Okay creators, it's Donna here. Happy Friday! I don't have that Friday feeling today. Than usual. I know I'm normally quite hyper on a Friday morning, but not today. I had a rather strange night last night. I thought I might be having an allergic reaction to something I'd taken, and I had a bit of a panic attack. Not really a panic attack, kind of like waves of panic. And in trying to reassure myself, I kept making it worse. Like, I looked up on the internet and found that, you know, I had quite a few of the symptoms, but then I was thinking, is that because I'm panicking though? Or is that because I'm actually having an allergic reaction? And I took my blood pressure, because I thought, well, you know, your blood pressure drops if you're going into anaphylaxis, your blood pressure drops. So my blood pressure was high. So I'd obviously wound myself up over it. And the reason that I get, and there is a reason for this, the reason that I get quite mithered about it is because I had an anaphylactic reaction to penicillin, where it's quite funny actually when I think about it, because I literally went puce. I was the colour of a raspberry. When my mum came to pick me up from work because I'd phoned her and said, I think I've had an allergic reaction. And luckily she did come and pick me up, because she picked me up, took one look at me and went, I'm taking you straight to the doctor's, where I promptly passed out in the reception. Really good way to get seen quickly in the doctor's, by the way. And anyway, when they took me to hospital and I was in the in casualty, the doctor came in and he went, are you normally that colour? It's like, I'm the colour of a raspberry. No, I'm not this bloody colour normally. But apparently he'd made that mistake before with someone who was normally that colour. So anyway, so like the reaction that time was really what's the word? Extreme. And last night, I'm not even sure if it was a reaction or if I was just winding myself up. I kept kind of looking at my arm and going, is that going red? Is that going and it was just, and I think it was one of those, don't they say that the energy in the world goes at midnight, the energy is at its kind of lowest or something like that, or the early hours of the morning, but it was kind of midnight, and I suspect I'd have been a lot better if I could have talked to someone and had them tell me I was overreacting. But of course, because it was late at night, I couldn't think of anyone I could ring at that time to say, I think I might be having an allergic reaction, but I'm not sure, and I think it's probably a panic attack, but I'm not sure about that either, and I don't know if I'm going to wake up in the morning and help me. And I'm sure when I tell people, they'll berate me for not waking them up and telling them how I was feeling. So. But yeah, so that's left me feeling a bit shaken today. Again, I don't think I was having an allergic reaction at all. I think what was happening was I've been taking these herbal tablets, colon cleansing tablets, and I've been taking them for about a week, and they hadn't had an extreme effect, if you know what I'm saying. But then last night, I think it kind of all kicked in and the cleansing bit started to happen. And I suspect that was it, and it was making me feel not very well. But of course, because of my history with anaphylactic shock, it just sent me into a panic. So the annoying thing is that I now won't take any more of those tablets, just in case I am allergic to them, even though they might well, you know, do some good by cleaning me out. But I'm scared now. And you know, what are the chances of being allergic to a herbal colon cleansing tablet? No idea, but not risking it. So yeah, there you go. Feel a bit silly, really. You know, when you kind of think you're making it 1,000 times worse. I really hope that I'm not very good at being unwell. I don't know if anybody is particularly, but I do get ever so mithered when I don't feel very well. I'm just not very good at it. And I kind of, well, last night I kind of panicked. So yeah, it was quite funny. I had underneath there I had like not exactly a rash, but just like a red spot. It was about the size of a 5p piece, which is eeny. But I was thinking, oh my god, I'm going to wake up and be completely that colour. Oh, so stressful. So kind of today I'm having a hard time not pulling myself together, but I guess because it's left me feeling shaken, and I didn't sleep all that well. I actually went to sleep to I put Louise Hay on the DVD, and I went to sleep to that because I thought I'm not going to be able to sleep. So I think that was on a couple of times through the night, and then I kind of got up and switched it off at some point and thought, you know, I'm not dead yet, and it's 5 hours later, so I'm probably absolutely fine. So yeah, there you go. So happy Friday, hey? But yeah, I was kind of thinking, you know, in the spirit of the law of attraction, what would make me feel better, and I thought this video would, because you know all my mates and my family and stuff are all at work, so you know, and you just want to talk to someone and say, oh, I felt really rubbish last night, and I set myself into a complete panic, and there was no need, and I had nobody to talk to. It's a terrible shame for me. So thank you guys for being there and lending an ear. And hopefully next time you see me, I'll get back to relevant things to do with the challenge. But today, it was just all about getting that off my chest, and I do feel better, so thank you. Take care, have a great weekend. Bye.